Hi, we are opening up week 7, which covers chapter 6, the link layer. We'll cover a little bit less material this week, about 50 pages. We will skip the subsection 6.4 on VLANs, as well as the sections on MPLS and data center networking. In previous chapters, you learned about the application, transport, and network layers. This week, we will take a look at the layer between the network layer and the physical layer, the link layer. This layer is the protocol layer that transfers data between adjacent network nodes in a wide area network, WAN, or between nodes on the same local area network segment, LAN. The link layer handles the moving of data into and out of a physical link in a network. We will start our study with a deeper look at the error detection and correction. In chapters 3 and 4, we saw that UDP, TCP, and IP version 4 all use checksums to detect errors. This week, we'll see how the link layer uses a more robust error detection and correction method called cyclical redundancy checking, or CRC. There are two types of network links, point-to-point and broadcast. For the broadcast links, we'll examine how many nodes can share a single broadcast channel. This is termed multiple access. In chapter 4, you learned about IP addressing in the network layer. The IP address can be thought of as a software address used to get the message to the internet. The device's interface's IP address has to be changed if it is moved from one network to another. On the other hand, a link layer address is often called a hardware address because the address is usually permanently associated with the device interface. It is also called the MAC address, for Media Access Control Address. As we look at the most predominant link layer protocol, Ethernet, we find that the MAC address is burned into the network interface card. The MAC address is used to move the message inside the local area network. As we discuss LANs, we'll take a look at the key component of the link layer, a LAN switch. As I mentioned earlier, this week's reading and videos are a bit shorter than the last 2 weeks. You do have the usual chapter quiz, chapter assignment, and journal to complete. There is only one lab this week, a Wireshark lab focusing on Ethernet and the Address Resolution Protocol, or ARP. Next week is a short week. We'll finish up the class with the 4 sections on security, covering how security is done at different layers and looking at operational security as well. The week 8 quiz, assignment, and journal will be open this week. Note that programming assignment number 4 is also due at the end of week 8. They are due the evening of the day of the final. There are no required labs for week 8, but there are extra credit labs. The 2 extra credit labs are a Wireshark SSL lab and a Mininet POX controller lab. The POX controller is an SDN controller written in Python. These labs are open this week and are also due on June 20th. The final will be on Saturday, next week, June 20th. It will be comprehensive, covering chapters 1 to 6 and the first chapter of chapter 8, with the emphasis on the material of weeks 4 to 7. The final will not cover the section of chapter 8 that we will cover next week. For the final exam prep, we're providing you a few resources. We have placed a study guide and a pre-final on iLearn. The study guide will help you focus your preparation work. The pre-final has questions that are similar to some of the questions on the final. You can take the pre-final an unlimited number of times. It will count the same as a quiz.